What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers, and of course, shout out to everyone that's been following us on Def the Radio. That's DEAF2 Radio. That's our Instagram. Make sure you guys follow us there.
And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure the notification bell is set to all so you get all of our videos as they drop. Up-and-coming artists, make sure you click the link in the description. We'll do about 60 seconds of your song in the front of one of our up-and-coming videos to get you some exposure if you need it, baby. So check that out. So we're getting back to Contra, man. Red Bull Freestyle.
We did the scenario freestyle. We did Give Up the Goods freestyle. We did the joint with Toby Nwigwe. This is what destruction sounds like, I believe is how that went. So, man, we've done a decent amount from them, man. And I'll tell you, man, you get past 2 videos on this channel, man. That's a lot for Lost to Vegas. So, clearly, we have an affinity for these guys and what they're doing, man. So, let's do this one, man. Y'all hit us up to get it knocked out. Contra looks like Red Bull. It's literally on Red Bull's page. So, it clearly is a Red Bull sort of collaboration between Contra, obviously, and Red Bull. So, let's get into it. Contra, Red Bull, Spiral Freestyle.
Contra. They can't stop us. We signed to God. 4 different prophets.
Okay.
So tell me why we should go Yahweh when we know he brewing in our favor. Ja rule, nigga, y'all lose. Courtesy thinking that y'all made us. Hey, Sus, take us to court. Watch how we turn into King James. We took the crown with no fame. They calling us goats before rings. We believe unity gon' save us. We here together like Ann Davis. Feel like Dwayne, I can't wait. Just pass me the rock, I'm gon' make it. I don't know what's got an enemy. I got love for my enemies.
Yeah, he's saying a lot of shit. I'm sorry. Yeah. He's hitting line after line, and I'm sitting there processing. You know how it is, man. We process lines, and I'm processing the line before as he's hitting me with another line. Then I'm catching up to that. I'm like, wait a minute. And hair together, Ant Davis. You know, he's got the unibrow. The hair is together. Ant Davis, Anthony Davis, the center for the LA Lakers. Right. We signed to God 4 different prophets. I thought that was super dope because they're 4 different. They're looking at themselves as 4 different prophets. Right. They're sort of spiritually inclined, but also 4 different prophets. So it's not about the money is how I'm taking that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is different than just profits. It's bigger than just going after everything or doing what we're doing for the money that's how I'm taking that. That was super dope.
Take us to court. Now we turn into King James. I thought that was a really cool play on words. We took the crown with no fame. They call us the goats before rings.
That was
right?
hard.
So I think that's a whole play. I think that scheme is cool as hell. First of all, Jesus, Jesus, that's the same thing, you know, turning to King James. King James is a version of the Bible, but also he's talking about LeBron James. They call us the GOAT before rings, before the 4 rings, you know, because LeBron James has 4 championship rings. But I think it's another, I think they're piggybacking on that prophet line, you know what I mean, that they talked about earlier. We're 4 different prophets.
Before the rings, before all the material things, right? Before rings, they called us the goats. We already looking at us like the goats before the material, the jewelry, and all that shit that y'all see. That was hard. We say Ja Rule, y'all lose. Shout out to Ja Rule, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ja Rule, man. Ja Rule had a crazy run.
Yes, he did.
I know he's become like the punching bag and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of his beef with 50. But Ja Rule, y'all lose courtesy, thinking that y'all made us. So I think that there's a 50 Cent play, and I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to say, but 50 Cent's name is Curtis.
Yeah.
So, but Ja Rule, y'all lose. So I think courtesy of Curtis, y'all thinking that y'all made us, but obviously he's saying, you know what I mean, y'all didn't make us. Y'all lose, we're self-made, I think is what he's saying, but I'm trying to figure out how he's pairing that 50 Cent play in there, but I think that's where he's going, but y'all lose. Ja Rule won, though. He won big, you know what I'm saying? You know, not to take y'all all, but Ja Rule is sitting pretty even now.
Yeah.
Even after the Fire Festival.
Yeah,
whatever.
after all that shit, yeah.
He's still getting to it. You just had to stop it, man. You know, it's too much slick shit going on. Shout out to Jamal.
Take us to court. Watch how we turn into King James. We took the crown with no fame. They calling us goats before rings. We believe unity gon' save us. We here together like Ann Davis. Feel like Dwayne, I can't wait. Just pass me the rock, I'm gon' make it. I don't know what's got an enemy. I got love for my enemies. I got Red Bull's energy. Keep my wings on me spiritually. From the jump, he was finicky. I done Red Bull's energy. Enough is enough. We calling your bluff. Pull your card, you ain't got a king. Rookie, what's next? Why would I tell you this chess? Queen Gambit, how I move. Always put myself in position for checks. With the baddest piece on the west, you know the drug, then you know.
Yeah, he's this motherfucker.
Queen Gambit, how I move. I'm always putting myself in position for checks. So he's referencing the movie Queen's Gambit, right? When she was a chess player, I'm always putting myself in position to checkmate, as in a game of chess, but for checks, you know what I'm saying, money. But then he's coming off the card shit, right?
And call your bluff.
Your bluff, king. You ain't got it, king.
Yeah.
That was hard. I think there was a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson a little play there as well. And then I think he was saying Dwayne Wade, I can't wade, right? But give me the rock, I can't wait. Dwayne the Rock, but give me the ball. I guess I can't wait to score, meaning I can't wait to do well or make it or whatever. So there's a lot of little slick shit, man. We had to stop it again. And he said, I Red Bull's energy. He said, I got wings or something like that, spiritual wings or something like that. But then later on, he said, but I Red Bull's energy. In Philly, they say bull. You know what I mean? Young bull, but Red Bull. I read his energy. His energy wasn't right.
He was finicky.
He was finicky. Yeah. That was slick, man.
Your bluff, pull your card, you ain't got a king. Rookie, what's next? Why would I tell you this chess? Queen Gambit, how I move, always put myself in position for checks. Mating with the baddest piece on the west. You know the drug, then you know she a threat. Know the coast, then you know we up next. You know I plug, then you know that we blessed. God got us, we don't got it finesse. 777's how I hit the connect. Different angle when the angel invests. Master Chief, I got this halo effect. I move from east to west. I show you the recipe. I learned at the restaurant. Cooking with Chef Felicia, now my juice is up a echelon. I want a lot, I want the cream of the crop. I done gave all that I got. How could I not wanna be bigger than Pac? All of this faith that I got. Nigga, I done slept a few times, the car a few times, and wouldn't leave until I wrote my best rhymes. I test my own drive, my soul is Teflon, so work the next time we see who next up.
That was hard.
Yeah, that was a good ass verse.
Yeah,
man.
he got
that
busy.
Was a good ass verse.
He got busy.
They take turns to give each other different looks in different positions. You know what I mean? I'm not always coming up last. I'm not always going first. So I like that.
It's about the team, man. It's not one man above the other. You know what I'm saying? We're one unit and we're on a mission. I love that. I love this line, man. 777 is how I hit the connect. You know what I'm saying? Different angle when the angel invests. Then he said, Master Chief, I got this halo effect. So we know obviously that there's a sort of a divine meaning behind the number 7, right? 777s, divine guidance, I guess you could say. There's some sort of divine path that these guys are clear. They're on a spiritual path.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's bigger than just prophets like they said earlier. So there's that divine play, 777s, but also when I hit the connect. So when you hit a slot machine, it says 777, you hit the lottery, right? But it's a different angle when I hit the connect and when the angel invests. So again, this whole guidance, angel, you know what I'm saying? It's a halo effect. I think that's a really, really slick play on words.
Yes.
It's a scheme, obviously, regarding their spirituality, right? We're on a different path, different mission. We're guided by God, divine mission, and it's a different angle that we're coming with that I think will connect us or allow us to succeed. I think is just where he's going with that. But that was hard.
And I love the double entendre between the gambling play, hitting the jackpot, so to speak, the 777s, and Angel Invest is also Angel Investor. That's a play on words too. You know what I mean? He's talking about Angel has my back. I'm just divine with this shit, divine intervention, if you will. But I love the play on Angel Investor type of the Angel Investors, because there's Angel Investors as well. So
could be Red Bull.
Yeah, that's
it
true.
Could be an angel investor.
That's
Who
true.
knows?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
true.
what's going on, man. And to some degree, they have invested in Contra. What do you say? I want to be bigger than Pac. All of this faith that I got, right? So it's a reference to Biggie and Pac and Faith Evans. Bigger than Pac, and all of this faith. But he's saying he has all of this faith that I got.
Yep.
I still want to be bigger than Pac. I want to be great. I want to, succeed on a certain level. But I'm moving with faith. Faith is my engine, so to speak, right? But again, the connection between Biggie, Pac, Faith Evans, that was slick.
A few times it wouldn't leave until I wrote my best rhymes. I test my own drive, my soul is Teflon, so work the next time we see who next up.
Yo soy el niño de oro, me encantan los coros y nunca demoro. Shitting on these niggas, got them pissed off without inodoro. Si no estás hablando money, te ignoro. Dime dónde estabas cuando estuve solo.
All right, I gotta stop it. I'm practicing on my Spanish, man. What he said is, I have no idea. I thought I had you for a minute.
Okay.
No, he's all right. You knew I was bullshit.
I actually had practice, and I was gonna be like, "Oh, you too?"
Okay, well then go ahead, man.
Boy, Nino is boy. I love something. The chorus. I am the boy.
Okay.
I love Encanta. Right?
I love is Encanto.
Yep.
Okay.
Love and
All
Contra,
right.
like Los Coros. I don't know about Coros. I don't know.
I thought I could catch George off guard and be like, oh, really? You know what you said?
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm gonna keep it real, man.
Yo soy el niño de oro, me encantan los coros y nunca demoro. Shitting on these niggas, got them pissed off without inodoro. Si no estás hablando money te ignoro. Dime dónde estabas cuando estuve solo, ya no me enamoro. Algo más que todo, sabes que te cobro un poco caprichoso, pero soy. Toma una foto porque somos pocos. De donde yo vengo no salen muchos, te lo juro. Yo sé que la vida no es justa porque es una lucha. Y no te confundas porque me ves en tu pantalla. Pensé que no me han tocado temporadas malas. Que ellos se prestan la ropa, el estilo, la música y piensan que yo me lo creo. Me río y le mando fumar lo bonito y lo feo. Lo que fumo lo huele desde lejos. Sé que llegué tarde pero es mi tiempo. Ando tranquilo, este es mi tempo. Soy el evento, tráeme el pollo y me como los huesos. Esto se pone sabroso como el sancocho de mi condoto. Yo soy el pueblo, sí.
New population, soul of a nation, reincarnate the manifestation of my ancestors' expectation. Blood don't run, heart of creation. Blood don't run, imagination. Flow through my veins, same sensation. Blood don't run, fuck facing, foreign invasion, colonization. Whoa, life of a nigga, I figure I fight for much better. Fuck your new V, let's just V for vendetta. What is a drive with nothing to show for? What is a drive with nothing but chauffeurs? Niggas just can't play the backseat forever. The only woman king I know, Coretta. They think I dare to make it wherever. Nah. Too much in my genetic. I'm way more beautiful than my aesthetic. Stand on my word when I said it, I said it. Let my nuts hang, this ain't for no fetish. I can't play with you, I ain't able to. I can't enable you, that disable you. I ain't label you. When you rap, who the coders can saber to. Nigga feline, Elon, say the two. Coast go beyond, Eon, E-I-O, make vows to beyond. Big fight, folk, big stepping on Dion. Finna go pound time like Dion. Y'all getting sideline like Dion. Bet you can't ghost no team, huh? Ghost no ring, huh? Flow so me, huh? Folding the scene, now we run the whole scene, huh? Yeah, soon to be rich, soul isn't rich. Got this shit all out the mud out of ditch. Time on my hand, I can flood out the wrist. Fuck all the wrist. Hey, started from scratch, turned it all off an inch. Minded my business until it exists. Coasting this bitch, you and this bitch.
He made it across the finish line, boy. He was coasting his bitch. Yeah, I can tell that breath control, boy.
Yeah,
I can
buddy.
tell.
I want to get back to Rio's verse really quick. He rapped the whole thing in Spanish. I think I heard a couple words in English. I think that's super dope, man. So don't take this any way. I feel like that's super dope that you can speak Spanish and rap in Spanish. I'm sure you were saying some dope shit, but I really feel like some English should be included there. That's just my opinion. You still did your thing. I just really would have liked to hear some English in there because that's probably the majority of the fan base that you're catering to right now is people that speak English. So I just felt like there should have been some English in there, but you still did your thing. So mad props to you, man.
We think. Let us know for people who speak Spanish, man, that understand bars, though. Let us know if he got busy. I don't know.
But Raz's verse, man, I like that one line when he said, "What's drive if you have nothing to show for it? Show for it, chauffeur, a chauffeur, right? Drives you around." But then he flipped it and said, "What's drive if you got chauffeurs?" You know, I think 4 different chauffeurs or something like that he said, but people driving for it. So that is no drive. I thought that was a cool ass play on words. Like, what's drive if you ain't got shit to show for it? You got a lot of drive, but you still ain't got where's the goal? You know what I'm saying? Or you got what's drive? What's the use of drive if you just got motherfuckers showing you the way, chauffeuring you around? That isn't drive. Motherfuckers is just doing the shit for you.
That's right.
So I thought that was a cool ass play on words. I love the way he played that on chauffeur. And another thing that I like that they do as a whole, man, is, you know, how he was like, Dion, and everyone kind of like chimes in different parts.
Yep.
For the showmanship part of a freestyle. I think that is a really unique way and I think engaging way to keep the audience engaged. You know what I mean? As opposed to just rapping monotone and not really getting everyone involved. Even when they did the Never in the freestyle or in a round table format, they still had moments where they all kind of
performative, yeah.
You know, chimed in.
Yeah. You know, if you watch the NBA skills competition, and there's certain dudes that are like stars, or they're just, you know, they kind of have a name, and they don't approach the skills competition with like they want to win. They kind of just keep it cool. They dribble down the court. They're just so focused on looking cool and, you know, not going too hard, right? And then you have the guys that aren't really as known. They go hard. They're just boom, boom, boom. They're pushing, they're throwing the ball through the hoop and shit and whatever they're doing, whatever is required of the skills competition. I feel like that happens in rap. I feel like when you said it's performative, right? You were just saying that it's the showmanship. I think showmanship is a lost art in rap because I just think people just think they just too cool for it. They're too cool to show excitement. They're too cool to really bring
That's
a
a good
performance
point.
to life. I've been to plenty of rap concerts, and I could just see it. You just want to walk around the stage with your ice on, got your crew behind you. You're not really trying to perform. You haven't worked on anything. You haven't practiced. I ain't about to practice and shit. And look all corny on stage and shit. And I feel like that's what it is. I feel like these guys are taking it back to the essence. Like the whole thing is taking it back to the essence. And but I do think that nowadays, man, it's about the aesthetics of what you wearing and shit. I ain't about to sweat. Me sweating? You know what I'm saying? So I just love that. Even lyricism is taking a back seat.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that made rap is taking a back seat for shit that has nothing to do with rap. So salute. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I didn't hear about a good 60% of what my man Raz was saying, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. It's the pacing. It's the pacing. It's some of his words were a bit jumbled. I could tell he was out of breath at the end of it. From what I heard, he was getting busy. So I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. I'm like, what did he say? Did he say this? So it's just the pacing and slowing it down and articulating that I feel like they could work on a little bit more. But let's pull it back though, because they do get busy.
Whoa, life of a nigga, I figure I fight for much better. Fuck your new V, let's just V for vendetta. What is a drive with nothing to show for? What is a drive with nothing but chauffeurs? Niggas just can't play the backseat forever. The only woman king I know Coretta. They think I dare to make it whatever.
Okay, so there we go. I had to go back again. I hold the drive chauffeur, but there's no drive. The whole thing that Ryan already covered that. But I can't play the back seat forever, right? So it's this whole car chauffeur scheme that he has going on, and the only woman king I know is Coretta.
Yeah.
So he's referencing, Coretta Scott King, right? He's referencing Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta King. But but he's also referencing the movie The Woman King.
Right.
I don't know if it's a shot at the movie The Woman King or if that movie was an inaccurate interpretation of things or something is what he's saying. Because when people say that, like, the only such and such I know is this. They're usually like,
throwing shade
at something else. So, give us some feedback on what y'all think of that line. So I'm hearing it a little bit more clearly, with him the second time around. Let's pick it back up.
The only woman king I know Coretta. They think I dare to make it whatever.
What did he say? What did he say? I'm just being funny, man. We love these guys.
We
so
do.
You guys know. But we want them to be as great as they're trying to be. I take it that they're students of the game and they know. You know what I'm saying? What they're doing, they're on a mission, man. So we've actually laid off of criticism in general in a lot of our videos.
Yeah.
We only usually get a little bit more critical when we feel like people get busy. So this is only because we think they get busy. Right there, I don't know what he said. I could tell that the enunciation, he was having trouble. It was a struggle for him to articulate what he was saying. It had a lot to do, I think, with him just being out of breath. So there's breath control, there's pacing that I think can be worked on.
Nah, too much in my genetic. I'm way more beautiful than my aesthetic. Stand on my word when I said it, I said it. Let my nuts hang, this ain't for no fetish. I can't play with you, I ain't able to. I can't enable you, that disable you. I ain't label you. When you rap, who the coders can't say but two. Nigga feline, Elon, say it too. Costco, beyond, Eon, E-I-O, make vows to beyond. Big white folk, big stepping on Dion. Finna go pound time like Dion. Y'all getting sideline like Dion. Bet you can't ghost no team, huh? Ghost no ring, huh? Flow so me, huh? Folding the scene, now we run the whole scene, huh? Yeah, soon to be rich, soul isn't rich. Got this shit all out the mud, out of ditch. Time on my hand, I can flat out the wrist. Fuck all the wrist. Hey, started from scratch, turned it all up an inch. Minded my business until it exists.
Yeah, it's coming. It's a lot hotter. The second time around, right? Because Ryan is saying things, and I'm like, okay, I'm catching it right. Got the shit out the mud, straight out the ditch. He says something is rich, soul is enriched. So I can hear it a little bit better, but it's not as easy on the first time around to hear him like it is Jamal. What did he say?
Started from scratch, and then but then I
got it off of an
itch or something like that.
Scratch, you scratch an itch, right?
Yeah.
But I got it
Catch
off
from
of that.
nothing, from the mud. I started from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Said the mud, something as well that he mentioned, right out the ditch.
Second time listening to that, I'm glad you pulled that back, man. I was able to catch a little bit more things, when you really focus on what he was saying. But yes, I do think he could really benefit from slowing down a little bit and let it breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because he's dope.
And one last thing I want to say to that, though, is if this had been a live show, there is no rewinding unless they do the shit 2 times. In a live show, I'd have been like, yeah, homie, cool. He cool, he all right. You know what I'm saying? Largely because I couldn't hear what the fuck he was saying. My impression of him wouldn't have been, the same. So I just think it's something to kind of point out, man, that I feel like there's always room for improvement, man. No matter how good you are, there's always room for improvement.
Ghost no ring, huh? Flow so me, huh? Folding the scene, now we run the whole scene, huh? Yeah, soon to be rich, soul isn't rich. Got this shit all out the mud, out of ditch. Time on my hand, I can flat out the wrist. Fuck all the wrist. Hey, started from scratch, turned it all up an inch. Minded my business until it exists. Coasting this bitch, who in this bitch? Clay, I feel great, but greatness won't do less than my best. Been have fun with the fundamentals and the basics. Now I can advance my steps. Rest in peace. I respectfully step on the dead. Respectfully, nigga, I said what I said. Respectfully, walking on butts.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
He said, I respectfully step on fuck all that shit. I stand on what I said.
I step on the dead.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
Respectfully, though. Motherfuckers just acting.
That's disrespectful like a motherfucker.
And he had started it by saying greatness, but greatness means I won't do less than my best. And he said, I had fun with the fundamentals and the basics, but now it's time to advance my steps. And they always say things like that,
Yeah.
right? You can just tell, again, that it's like they really want to be great, man. It's
Yes.
just perfecting the craft is a big part of what they're about, man. I think that's a big reason why people respect these
Yeah.
guys.
Minding my business until it exists. Coasting this bitch, doing this bitch. Clay, I feel great, but greatness won't do less than my best. Been have fun with the fundamentals and the basics. Now I can advance my steps. Rest in peace. I respectfully step on the dead. Respectfully, nigga, I said what I said. Respectfully, walking on bodies, walking on water. The coast beside me, I'm walking on water. Flow, tsunami, water the grass. I don't walk on the property, past the screen. G in my DNA, that's in my plasma. What you think got me on plasma screens? Hustle, muscle, strength, heart, bone, crystal, grip. Ain't no more room up under my skin, nigga. I'm bulletproof. No one can interfere, nigga. Don't you play with my government? I don't play Democrat or Republican. I be keeping a peace, but they keep them a piece. If I give me a piece, it get puzzling. Got the wife in the crib, 2 brothers, they kids. I got this career, I've been juggling. Resurrect this.
What did he say though? I'll be keeping my peace. If I keep a piece, a gun, I think. And then for them, it would be puzzling. I think it would he say
Something like that,
puzzle
yeah.
piece, right? So I think it's what he. I think that's what he said because
It's kind of, yeah, I
kind
know.
of hard to understand the twins, man. I've always thought this, by the way, guys. You know what I'm saying? But it's in comparison to when I'm looking at Jamal. I'm not trying to compare to divide them. It's just all because we think they're all great.
Yes.
In their own way. But yeah, the peace. I think if I keep me a peace, it would whatever government. I don't know if that's just a shot at the government or saying that. If I need the right to bear arms or something like that,
yeah.
it would be puzzling to them for me to defend myself. I got to pull that back.
Yeah, please pull it back. Because I was struggling. You're going to see it in my face. I was like,
What did he say? We both lean in like that's going to do something.
Now I can advance my steps. Rest in peace. I respectfully step on the dead. Respectfully, nigga, I said what I said. Respectfully, walking on bodies, walking on water. The coast beside me, I'm walking on water. Flow, tsunami, water the grass. I don't walk on the property, past the screen. G in my DNA, that's in my plasma. What you think got me on plasma screens? Hustle, muscle, strength, heart, bone, crystal, grip. Ain't no more room up under my skin, nigga. I'm bulletproof. No one can interfere, nigga. Don't you play with my government? I don't play Democrat or Republican. I be keeping a peace, but they keep them a piece. If I give me a piece, it get puzzling. Got the wife in the crib, 2 brothers, they kids.
Okay, so he made the reference between Democrats and Republicans. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be keeping my peace. But if I keep me a peace, for them, it would be puzzling.
yeah. But I think it's a double entendre, too, because there's always so much divide in Republican and Democrats as well. And it's puzzling as well. You know what I mean? So it's almost puzzling which way to even go. So I'd have to listen to that again. And that could be a stretch, but I kind of feel like that could be an angle in which that they're playing as well.
Coast beside me, I'm walking on water. Flow, tsunami, water the grass. I don't walk on the property, past the screen. G in my DNA, that's in my plasma. What you think got me on plasma screens? Hustle, muscle, strength, heart, bone, crystal, grip. Ain't no more room up under my skin, nigga. I'm bulletproof. No one can interfere, nigga. Don't you play with my government? I don't play Democrat or Republican. I be keeping a peace, but they keep them a piece. If I give me a piece, it get puzzling. Got the wife in the crib, 2 brothers, they kids. I got this career, I've been juggling. Resurrect the supports if I'm left with no choice in this death of my voice. How you stuttering real? Nigga appeal, rap, skill. Hold up, I'm part of that combo. Oh, must confess, got a guy complex, won't fit in no condo. Oh, manifest and never manufactured this 4-piece combo. Bless that I am the best, yes that I am. I am the essence, I am the message, I am the vessel.
There we go.
I am the wheel, I am the law, I am the lesson, I am the weapon, I am the shield, I am the source, I am connected, don't gotta force shit, I am the real, I am the flesh, I am the imperfected, perfected type build, I am the 2 times Austin, I am the engine, hip-hop ease me, what does my day consist of? Being consistent, that's how you make it look easy. So I rap to repeat, then rap to repeat, then rap, then eat, then sleep, then nap, then think about much, Had thoughts I would think y'all suck, Don't respect that, guess that's thinking out loud, but I'd rather that than be boxed in with the crowd, they're relevant with the culture right now. Revelation to a nation, despite me walking the light, but I don't walk lightly. Yeah, chick get shicey, knife to a gunfight, nigga, that's dicey. But a knife in the back, that's more like go.
Try to belittle me.
Yeah,
He got busy, man.
He was cooking.
Oh, my God,
He said,
man.
walk with a light, but I don't walk lightly. You know what I'm saying? He said, I got a God complex, but don't fit in no condo. condos in a complex, right? And also a God complex. Like you just believe in yourself.
Yep.
You know, sometimes it could be to someone's detriment to have a God complex, but I don't think that that's the context he's using.
Right.
It in. Like I just have divine. I'm moving with divine light, right? I believe in myself. I believe that I'm great, and I can't fit in no condo. You can't, you can't. Narrow or marginalize, my belief in myself. I feel like it's where he's going with that. But then again, a play on condo and complex.
One thing that I really like, George, is the part when he slowed down. He's like, I am the vessel. I am the real.
Yep.
I am the shield, or something like that he was saying. It was clear. That's number one. And number two, I feel like it's a easier flow for him to get his shit off because he was saying some cold shit. What did he say? I am the imperfected perfection that's real or something like that,
Right.
he said. But I'm going to have to go back.
It's like basically perfect imperfection.
Right. So the pace, the clarity was there.
All right, let's pull it back a little bit again.
Complex won't fit in no condo. No. Manifest and never manufactured this 4-piece combo. Bless that I am the best, yes that I am the essence, I am the message, I am the vessel, I am the wheel, I am the law, I am the lesson, I am the weapon, I am the shield, I am the source, I am connected, don't gotta force shit, I am the real, I am the flesh, I am the imperfected, perfected type build, I am the 2 times Austin, I am the engine, hip-hop ease me, what does my day consist of? Being consistent, that's how you make it look easy. So I rap to repeat, then rap to repeat, then rap, then eat, then sleep, then nap, then think about much, Had thoughts I would think y'all suck, Don't respect that, guess that's thinking out loud, but I'd rather that than be boxed in with the crowd, relevant with the culture right now. Revelation to a nation, despite me walking the light, but I don't walk lightly. Yeah, kick get shicey, knife to a come fight, nigga, that's dicey. But a knife in the back, that's more like go.
Try to belittle me, we got a tendency tighten a nigga up, nigga is close. Y'all do the mush, niggas eat mush. Fuck is you talking about, nigga is close.
This is the energy, we a necessity, win is the legacy, this is the coast. Rewriting history every day, literally sharing the victory, this is the coast. Y'all be offending me, you niggas finicky, slave to the industry, nigga is close. We the new remedy, foaming and symmetry, this is divinity, nigga is close. You get no sympathy, fucking with me, it's a penalty, fucking with me in the coast. My key identity, fucking with me, get the ministry, fucking with me in the coast.
Even bringing that back and restarting that, I heard a couple more lines. I'm like, so I'm gonna have to really go back and listen to that again. But I really do think the point you made stands true, man. I feel like the pacing and I just think if pacing, they slowed down a little bit, the clarity would come. Shout out to Coast Contra, man. The way that they ended this, man, is what I think separates them from other freestyles that we do on the channel, is because they can incorporate a song structure in a freestyle. This is the coast. I am the da 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 da. We at the coast, and that shit is infectious, man. It even if you're not into what the song, or maybe you're not even into hip hop, when you see that, you're like, oh, that's fun. You can see that they're having a good time. Like Steph Curry when he's playing basketball. The motherfucker just seems like he's just having a good ass time. You know what I'm saying? But I do really love how they incorporate each other. It doesn't seem like it's a competition ever with them. And it seems like
Very supportive of one another. You can see it.
right. It's very, very inclusive, man. Because even in their own verses, they incorporate things where they all chime in. But this clearly is a really good lane for them, and I think that they do a really, really good job at this freestyle type of format and really giving it their all.
And I feel like this is one of them Sway in the Morning was them beats that Sway used, them shitty ass beats that that he gives to people to throw him off and shit. We were kind of talking about just not being able to hear him and them and pacing and them kind of slowing it down a little bit. I think it had a lot to do with the way this beat is arranged. I think I just don't like the beat. Maybe it's just me. I think the beat is terrible. So I think Red Bull chose the beat and shit. Sally and fucking accounting or some shit. Chose this damn
Shout out
beat.
to Sally.
Shout out to Sally. She cut them checks though.
Because I'm sure there's a Sally there.
I'm sure it's a Sally. There's a guarantee. Sally cut them checks though, so salute to Sally. But she shouldn't be choosing the beats. Ryan, you touched it, man. You covered it. They're on a mission, and everything I feel like they're doing is deliberate. They're deliberately going against conventions, things that have become conventional. It's funny. It's interesting that what's conventional is what they're doing in terms of like historically of hip hop. But those things now have become unconventional. It's become a bit unconventional, at least on a mainstream, to be visible mainstream. We know there's a billion great rappers out there, but to be visible mainstream outside of like Kendrick and Cole, the same old, it's difficult to kind of get traction when you're saying something, when you have messaging, when you have real content. It's hard to break through. And now it's become unconventional now. So they've now adopted what is an unconventional format, and they're sticking to it. They're not about, yes, they want to get their money. Everybody wants to get paid. Let's not get it fucked up. But it's not just for that, right? It's beyond that. It's a divine purpose that they feel like they have, man. I think it's bigger than rap even. I think it's just being inspiration for their people, the people from their people, their families, their communities where they come from. I see that there is a bigger purpose for them, and they're sticking to it. You know what I mean? Regardless, they rather go the road less traveled rather than follow trends that they don't believe in, right? So I respect the movement. I thought that this was great lyrically. I just thought that they got busy. I love the energy, love, like you said, Ryan, how they feed off of one another. And I just think the sky's the limit for these guys, man. I think that they, if they put this energy, and I'm assuming they put the same energy into their shows, man, they can eat on the road.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? They don't need to be super multi-platinum and all that. They'll eat on the road. I'll go see them. You know what I'm saying? Even we doing a YouTube channel and I saw these dudes, I'm like, I would. If they came to Vegas, I'm like, I'll pay money to see that.
Hell yeah.
Because I could feel the passion. So salute, man. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas.
We out.